Hey, what's up, people? How's it going, man? I got a funny one on my Patreon. I dropped me doing a big fill-in, right? Big, big. Let me not put a couple bigs behind it. Big. It's almost a stomper. I'm wearing this hat. Right? Now, I didn't think about it, but this hat was actually given to me by RE. Originally, it had like a mermaid on it or some shit like that. See, that's it backwards. What was on it? Maybe you guys could notice that logo and leave a comment below. What happened is during that time when cameras started becoming like very popular, I think the prices of them dropped down, getting them installed and stuff like that. Because all of a sudden, it's like everyone started getting these fucking cameras. So, Mikey RE always wore a baseball cap, cover his face, pull it down low and shit like that, cover his eyes from an up view anyway, right? Well, there's one gate, I forget the street, Worth or Chambers Street, down near the court system, it's lower Manhattan, like the financial district where the World Trade Center, and like 26 Federal Plaza, Federal Court, Supreme Court, regular court, 100 Center Street, everything right there. But a little bit west of that, I forget the name of the street. There was a gate and it was real lit up, very well lit. So, Mikey had his baseball cap on, puts it on and everything. And there's a camera there. It looks like a fancy one, like you can look at the moon with that fucking thing. So I'm like, he's like, yo, but your face. I really didn't think about much like that, I don't think. So he finds a hat in his car, in the trunk of his car. Like I said, it had that. It looked like a mermaid or some shit. So I wear it as I do that gate. And at the end of the night, like I held on to the hat the whole night. At the end of the night, he said, "Yo, keep the hat, man. You can have it." I guess because my head stinks. But he told me to keep it. So, we're talking throughout the week, and he's like, "Yo, don't forget to bring that hat with you, man. These cameras are coming." I'm like, "Yeah." So when I bring it and I go out the next week, this is what I painted on it. Look, yeah, it's funny. He's like, "Yo, why'd you do that?" I was like, "Because," he's like, "You should do something popular." Like he would wear, I don't really remember, but the New York Yankees hat. It's a common hat that everyone in New York wears. So it's not like an identifiable hat that someone could look at and it's like one in a million hat. You know. So anyway, I painted that shit on my hat. I gave it. I said, I ain't walking around wearing no. Getting on video, me wearing a fucking hat with a mermaid on it. I was like, yo. I was like, and I did this. So when the Vandal Squad, if they ever get all this footage together, they'll be like, who's that guy with the skull, like the crossbones, like the sign of poison on it? I was like, yo, that's cool shit right there. It's like the skull strikes again. How did you skull? I got a real big kick out of that shit, yeah. But yeah, I painted over that hat like that. Got rid of the shit that was on it. He's like, yeah, but now they can identify you. And it's funny because think about it, they start building a file. Like, they even nickname it like Skull Strikes Again. Yeah. The skull with the crossbones, poison. It's a sign for poison. And so, I was thinking the files would be building up like that. And anyway, me and Mike stop hanging out. He dies actually shortly after that. And shortly after he dies, I get arrested. Maybe almost, yeah, like a year later, I get arrested for graffiti. They've been building a case on me and everything. So when the Vandal Squad grabs me, and it was just 2017, and they grab me and they bring me in and they start showing me all this footage. Shit's crystal fucking clear, man. You could see like my dog's license number on the collar of his neck. Because I'd use my dog when I'm writing out a lot of fire hydrants. And that's pretty much what they got me for, them fire hydrants. So you could just sit down and think, like, for them to build an investigation according to the papers and the police, they will. looking for me for like 6 months. They opened this investigation to try and figure out who's writing on all their fire hydrants. You know, it's not like I'm writing on banks and shit like that, or marble and stuff for shitty little fire hydrants, but that's the degree, that's the level that I took it to. So anyway, they did have the fire hydrant in front of the Subway Inn, and I was walking my dog, zoom right in on my face with the dog's tag and all. I'm like, oh no, that's Photoshop, man. The normal bullshit. But I'll tell you, throughout all the footage, they had not one of them, and I repeat, not one of their footages had me wearing this hat. Not one of them. I don't know if they probably connect it through faces, but wouldn't it be the tag that's written on the wall? Like, hey, this guy here, I think it's the same guy. He's writing the same crap on the wall as the guy that you guys just arrested. Like, I would think they would connect it that way, but I don't know, not once did this. And me and RE, we were taking over, man. We were going off out there, man. We were going hard, man. Yeah, we were tearing shit up. And not once did that footage pop up. That's funny shit, right? Yeah, the story, right? There you go.